A Republican has been arrested for trying to show how easy it is to get away with voter fraud. Apparently, it's not that easy because she got arrested. I love this story. This is Roxanne Rubin, a Nevada Republican who has accepted a plea deal after committing voter fraud. She was arrested for voter fraud in the 2012 election. She claimed she was trying to test the system's integrity, and she pled guilty and accepted a plea deal, forcing her to pay almost $2,500 and basically promised to stay out of trouble. She's 56 years old. She's a casino worker on the Las Vegas Strip. She was arrested on November 3rd trying to vote twice, once at her actual polling site in Henderson, and then a second time in Las Vegas. The poll workers at the second site said exactly what they were supposed to say. You've already voted. But Rubin said she hadn't. She insisted on casting a ballot, and the poll workers didn't allow her to do that. She said she was trying to show how easy it would be to commit voter fraud with just a signature. And, well, you know, like many Republicans, she claims that the threat from voter fraud, which is basically non-existent, is why we need all of these voter ID laws. Nevada has no voter ID law other than for first-time voters who did not show ID when they initially registered to vote. She got caught anyway. This is just what this is. Is it karma? Is it ironic? I don't know what it is. It's hilarious.
It's strange. You know, I wouldn't say that fraud is a non-existent problem. It's non-existent in the way that she thinks it's happening.
Right.
The problem is that we now have digital voting, and the problem comes with machines and manipulation of this digital information.
The prosecutor in this case said that he knew of no other voters in Nevada or elsewhere arrested for voter fraud. So the one person trying to point out how easy it is to commit voter fraud gets arrested, and otherwise it's just not an issue anybody's aware of in the state.
Right.
It's brilliant.
She's probably trying to prove that millions of undocumented Americans or undocumented immigrants are somehow voting Democratic in the polls.
The Secretary of State from Nevada, Ross Miller, said that who has called for a photo ID law, slammed Ms. Rubin in a statement saying if Ms. Rubin was trying to demonstrate how easy it is to commit voter fraud, she clearly failed and proved just the opposite. So basically, conservatives claim voter fraud is completely rampant. Then they try to commit voter fraud, fail, and seem to prove the opposite of the point they're trying to prove. But of course, this will all just kind of be, it'll all be washed out, you know?
Yeah.
Nobody will remember this.
You'll say anything to fall on the right side of the argument.
It does seem pretty consistent with the rest of their internally completely incoherent belief system, which is they seem to be the only examples of the problems they claim exist are them. That's it.
And everything they do is completely counterintuitive. So it does fit with that narrative.
We should actually do maybe at the midterms we'll set some kind of thing up where we can do our own examination of the so-called voter fraud issue, but without actually risking getting arrested ourselves.
We'll have to think about that carefully. Yeah.